Hey guys, it's Allison. So today's video is going to be 2023 reading goals for the year, and I'm super excited to make this video because I want to see how my goals turn out by the end of the year. But before we get into that video, I'm going to do a November and December quick wrap up of what I read, just because I only read 6 books in the span of that time, which is not that many, and I should have done more but I didn't. So I hope you guys enjoy the video. Give it a thumbs up if you like it, comment down below any videos you want to see next, subscribe down below if you're new to my channel, and I'll post notifications to get an update every time I post a new video. And let's get started. By the way, before we get into the video, I do have a pimple patch because I had this pimple on my forehead. So if you notice like a circular thing on my forehead, that's a pimple patch on one of my pimples. So yeah. So the books that I read in November was a series, and I had finished the series at the beginning of December in a way. So I read the Twisted series, and it was Twisted Love, Twisted Game, Twisted Hate, and Twisted Lies, and is by Anna Huang. Let me tell you, those books were shocking in itself. Overall, I rated like a 4 to a 4.5 out of 5 stars. Twisted Love was not my favorite at all. I just didn't like the details in that one. It was too much for me. But obviously the other ones had like details like that first one, but that first one was like too much. I don't know. If you guys read it, you get what I mean. But I think my favorite one was Twisted Games, just because of like Bridget being a princess and all that. And then I love the dynamic in Hate and in Lies. But I think my favorite one is Twisted Games. I rated Twisted Love a 4 out of 5, and then I rated the other 3 a 4.5 out of 5. That's the series that I read for November. And then I got my Kindle. So on my Kindle, I had read, was called Brain Damage, and I'll put the book, what it looks like, on the side. I didn't rate that book actually, so I rated like maybe like a 3.5 to a 4-star rating. It wasn't bad, it wasn't amazing, but I liked the back and forth timeline, and then I liked the relationship she had with this guy in the hospital. Yeah, I don't really remember much, just because it was like in the beginning of December when I read that. And in December, I was kind of like in a reading slump. I didn't really want to read a lot. If you guys haven't seen my video, the holiday reading vlog, I did get a book for that, and I got the Holiday Switch. I rated that a 3.5 stars out of 5, just because it like lacked depth, but then I also liked it because it was a short, quick, easy book to read. And then I also don't get why it was called the Holiday Switch, because it wasn't like switching involved that much, or like whatever it was. But it was a cute book. It was like a young adult or like teenager kind of read. It was cute. I didn't read any other holiday books though. I was, as I said, in a reading slump, so I didn't really read anything. And those are the 6 books that I read for November and December. So we are going to get into my 2023 reading goals now. First reading goal is I want to read 60 books this year. Last year, I had started my reading journey in August. So August, September, October, November, December. And in that span of time, in the 5 months, I did 30 books. So I believe I could do 60, because in December, like if I did read a lot, I probably would have made like maybe about 35 or maybe almost 40. So I do have a set goal of 60 books. Let's see how that goes. But I did read 1 so far in the month of January. So let's see if I am able to read at least 3 or 4 this month. The second goal is to beat my goal of 11 books in a month. I think I read 11 books in, I believe it was October, and I read 11 books, which was shocking. I don't know how I did it, but I did it. So I want to beat that goal. I want to try to do like at least 12 to 15. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do that, but that's just a goal that I think I could do, since I did do 11. So let's see how that one goes. Goal number 3, I think a lot of people have been saying this in their videos, but reading more of like fantasy and like classic books, more into like mystery, thriller, romance, stuff like that. So I have maybe like 2 or 3 books in my shelf right now that are fantasy. So I'm going to try and read that after I am done with the Inheritance Games trilogy, and I'm going to get into that and see how I like it, see if I like it, if I don't. But maybe if I do like it, then I could get into a different genre, you know what I mean? Also, I do have like a 2 or 3 classic books as well that I haven't read. So I do want to get into those 2 categories, those 2 genres, just because, you know, to expand my horizons. Goal number 4 is to finish all the books that I bought last year. I did do a huge book haul. I'll link it up below. I maybe read half of the books, if not like less than half. So I want to try and finish all those books that I got before I do buy new ones. I haven't bought any new books besides one that I actually read for the first book in January. So yeah, I want to read all the books that are in my book cart right now. Number 5 is to use my Kindle more. I got my Kindle maybe in the beginning of December, and I maybe used it when I was on vacation, and then I stopped using it. You know, as you know, I was in the reading slump, so I didn't use my Kindle. I wasn't reading or anything, so I do want to use my Kindle more, because I do have a 3-month free Kindle Unlimited subscription thing. So I do want to use that and take advantage of that. So a month have already passed, so we gotta start using it. I don't have that many goals that I set for myself, but the last goal is such an important goal, is to not pressure myself into like reading for content, or like reading just because I want to beat something, like beat a goal or whatever. I just want to read to enjoy, because I don't want to get bored of it. I think that's what happened to me in December. Like, that's why I got into that reading slump. I don't know. I'm not gonna take it like that serious. So I don't want to pressure myself into reading if I don't want to. But I do want to read books that interest me, so hopefully the books that I do have will bring me back into reading. I want reading as my hobby. I don't want it to be something to be forced with. So yeah, so that was all my goals, 6 goals that I have for myself for 2023, and my November and December wrap up from last year. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye guys.